Another kingdom that's significant was on the Horn of Africa in northeastern Africa, modern day Ethiopia. And this was a kingdom based by the Red Sea, right here. And um, Axum actually was a kingdom that was formed even earlier than the empires of Ghana and Mali. And it was formed when Rome was still a thing, around 300 CE. It was towards, um, it's down on the Nile River here. You could see Axum on the Nile River here, eastern and northern Africa. And Axum is going to gain control of the trade going through the Red Sea. But because they live around the time of Rome, they are going to be trading a lot with Rome, especially with the Nile River here. And so the significant thing to know about Axum is that they're going to accept and convert to Christianity because of their trading relationship with the Romans around 300 CE. And they're going to remain a really strong Christian kingdom throughout African history. And eventually, Axum becomes modern day Ethiopia, which is a strong African Christian nation today. And so Axum is going to look a little bit different than the rest of Northern Africa, especially Western Northern Africa. Those regions had adopted Islam, whereas Axum remained as a strong Christian nation in Africa. Here is a famous church that you're going to watch a video about called the Church of Lalibela. And it's these beautiful cross-like structures dug into the ground. So you'll watch a video on that. The last African kingdoms are those that existed in southern Africa. And the most famous one was called Great Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe was located in southern Africa on the coast of the Indian Ocean between two major rivers, a river called the Zambezi River and the Limpopo River. And these rivers and its location close to a coast are going to allow Zimbabwe to become incredibly wealthy. In 1300 CE, they became this powerful city-state, this prosperous city that would become the capital of this empire. They had access to trade in East Africa and the Indian Ocean. And I think one of the significant things about Zimbabwe is, when people look at African history, I don't think that they understand enough the great wealth and the great prominence that city-states had during the Middle Ages in this African history, this story of Africa during this time period. And this city, you can go and see these structures that are still standing, and you're going to watch a video on the structures in Zimbabwe. But it's just significant to understand the amount of wealth and political prominence that existed in Africa at this time period. Even though it looked a little bit different than the Romans, because, the Romans had built this large empire. Read cities like Zimbabwe didn't build an empire as large as Rome, but the historical significance is still there with all of the wealth and the prominence that they did have during this time period. So Zimbabwe is most known for its palaces built out of stone. These stone circular palaces that really showed its wealth, and you're going to watch a video specifically on those stone palaces. So again, you can see this Middle Ages history of Africa. A lot of it is still tribal based. A lot of it is really city-states, but we do have some empires. Ghana and Mali in the west that adopted the religion of Islam. You have Axum, or modern-day Ethiopia, in the northern eastern part on the Horn of Africa right here. And then you have these powerful, rich city-states in southern Africa. And so African history is something that if you take AP World History next year, You're going to learn in even more detail about different kingdoms, like here, the kingdom of Benin. You're going to learn about the Hausa kingdoms. You're just going to learn even more in depth about African history. So I hope that's something you can look forward to next year. And remember that Africa is very influenced by trade. You know, Axum became powerful because of trade on the Nile River and the Red Sea. These southern and eastern states became powerful because of trade with the Indian Ocean and with the monsoon winds. And then West African kingdoms here became powerful and really built up their cities and their empires because of the trans-Saharan routes that existed throughout northern Africa, where you see major gold and salt trade. So a lot of African development is based around tribal ethnic groups existing in these areas, and then a lot of the political development that we see is based around the trade routes.